Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under the Lights Racing League Cup Series. This is your voice for the action tonight, INF, and tonight is a very special night indeed, as it is the UTLR All-Star Race Weekend. Glad to have you with us here tonight for a very honorable, historic, amazing, and chaotic All-Star race that we are about to have. Just some words to kind of describe it there. But yeah, this is our first All-Star race in a little bit, or at least the first All-Star race weekend that I've been a part of. And nonetheless is going to be absolutely insane. To start off tonight, we do have a open race for the drivers that have not qualified for the All-Star event, which will be held post the open race, which will begin shortly. But I want to take this time to go over a few things about the All-Star race, or about the format of the All-Star race, and then we'll get into the Open, because the Open, shall we say, is a little bit interesting in how that is going to be raced. So, for our All-Star race format, or I guess I should say races, because we're not doing just one race. It is 4 races. We run at 4 different tracks with manual cautions, black flags, and normal draft. The 4 tracks will be Watkins Glen, Las Vegas, Bristol, and Talladega. So the way that it works is that this winner of Watkins Glen moves on to start on pole for the final race at Talladega. The winner of the Las Vegas race will move on to start second at Talladega, and the Bristol winner moves on to start third at Talladega. And as far as for everyone else, the finishing order... Okay, hold on. The finishing order sets the lineup for the next race in stage from the first race in Watkins Glen. So, first race happens. The winners is, well, going to be starting on the pole for Talladega. The field is going to invert with the winner starting in the back for the next race. And then, well, same thing's going to happen for every single race. The field inverts, and then they go again for the next track. It touches every track, and then the winner of Talladega wins the whole All-Star race weekend. I can understand it might be a little confusing. I mean, probably with the way I explained it, probably didn't do the best of job. I'm sorry about that, but it's a little new to me. And as far as our open goes, I'm just going to try and make sure I'm getting all of this in, just so that we are all good. So the open race, man, this is going to be very interesting, as the race, well, we don't know where it's at. The drivers don't know where it's at. I mean, a few of the admins don't know where it's at. I don't even know where it's at. It is going to be a complete last second decision as to where we are going for the open race, so as to not have any drivers have preparation for it. The race is going to be 13% length. We do know that. It's going to be a 14-lap race, but it's going to be on 4 times wear. So that is definitely not going to be great. And actually, I do want to make sure another thing. Okay. I was going to say something, but I guess I misread that. But yeah. It's going to be a undisclosed track. We're going to find out, I guess we're all going to find out live where we're racing at, but, it's going to make for a lot of fun. Hunter is hold on, I want to ask him this. Can you use this for the broadcast? You already got a bunch of drivers that are feeling very anxious about the All-Star weekend. Everyone, especially the open drivers. The open drivers are very nervous because, well, they don't know where they're racing at. They don't know if they're going to have a chance to make it or not. Because really, whoever gets in is going to be determined off that. But all we do know... Okay. Okay. What we do know are the starters for who's going to be in the main All-Star race. We have 10 drivers that have already locked themselves into the All-Star event, with those drivers being the 42 of SP, the 24 of Mole, the 8 of Kinney, the 9 of Irate Pluto, the 43 of LRS, the 48 of Hack, the 1 of Storm, the 6 of Ardeni, the 12 of Drake, and the 99 of Crimson Sniper have all locked in to the All-Star race through their tournament elimination. This opens up the door for potential... Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I guess we're already going for the All-Star event. Where are we racing? It is the Charlotte Roval. Okay, wow. Okay, so the Charlotte Roval is going to be our open. I mean, no one knew what track it was going to be at. I didn't know it either. So a lot of people are going to be really happy or really mad. The open, the top 3 open drivers get to move on to the main event, and then the final spot is selected on a fan vote. Thank you, Mr. Hunter, for this information. Thank you. At least for the... Okay, so at least for this open, if you want to ride on board with a driver, you can go to King X Loadbroke to see his view of the All-Star Open. Yeah, we'll have the chance to look over the field and see a bunch of the drivers competing in it. I think we have around 10 in the Open, so pretty sizable field. I do know this is going to be a fairly long night. I mean, not a lot will be hopping. So let's go through our open drivers. I mean, they're not going now. They're going to be going for a pace lap. So, starting off, the 18 of Flash Champs, then followed by the 21 of Dr. Clater, the 20 of Loadbroke, the 17 of Tomato, the 3 of Brad Ranger, the 7 of Deport Eddie, the 19 of the High Road, the 5 of Mr. J, and the 4 of Hunter. Those are your 9 now for All-Star Open drivers, and might I say, there are some heavy hitters in this field, to say the least. A lot of drivers with the speed to make it into the big show. And with it being on a road course, this kind of opens the door for a lot of opportunities, especially with it being a road course like the Charlotte Roval, because, well, I mean, if it were like Watkins Glen, a lot of drivers would probably be like, okay, well, I can handle that because Watkins Glen's easy. But Charlotte Roval is a very tough track, and it's very hard to be fast here. So road course swingers are rejoicing because they now have a chance to make the show. But yeah, a lot of people would probably be wishing that we're running the Charlotte Oval right now. I believe this isn't confirmed. I don't believe it's confirmed. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'll save it for later. Post-race, you'll be able to hear from the Open winner. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to hear from the second and third place drivers. But you'll be able to hear from your Open winner. And then you'll be able to... we'll have Storm come in here and announce the fan vote winner. A lot to be excited for. One thing that a lot of these drivers are not going to be excited for is the 4 times wear, because, well, they're going to have to make a pit stop regardless. They're short on the end of fuel. They're going to be like 5 laps short, maybe 4, and their tires are going to be absolutely cooked. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't reading correctly, or I didn't see the right headline. If there's going to be any prize for winning the All-Star race. I'm assuming there is a prize, but I didn't quite see it. I'll make sure to go look for that afterwards. But regardless, they'll be going at the line here, led by Flash Champs and Clater. To kick off All-Star weekend here in the All-Star Open, 9 drivers enter, 3 are walking out with a spot in the main show. Who's going to get it? Green flag is underway here from the All-Star Open. And everyone making big moves here going into turn number 1. Oh, Flash Champs and Clater into the inside wall. They got loose off the corner. They come back up into the field. Tomato takes an astounding lead around the outside. Deport moves up to second. And Hunter has gone from the back row to fifth in just 3 turns. Unbelievable. Everyone else is off in the grass back there. Not too happy with how this race has started. I think Clater just went off into the grass a little bit. It does appear that way. Everyone is just... It's a land rush here on the opening lap. Everyone is just fighting for everything they can get. This is to make it to the main show, and currently the 17, the 7, and the 18 are holding those transfer spots. And Tomato has completely pulled away here, giving us about a 3-second gap to second place, with Deport now just trying to hold on to Flash Champs here in third. He's gone pretty deep in the corner there. Actually, say he did it pretty well there. I know Clater's going to be all over the back bumper of Flash Champs. Meanwhile, back here for 5th. I believe that's the high road that's gotten around Hunter there. And now they're going to be setting their sights on the top 3, or I guess top 4, as Tomato's going to come across the line to lead lap number 1. And I think Clater made a big send. Did they all get course penalties? They must have like really screwed up. Oh yeah, Lodberg's got a course penalty there too. A lot of drivers messed up that corner. Clater moves into second because of it. I think Deport was another one of them because I can't really see where Deport went. Yeah, Deport was another one of them. Probably got hit with one of those course penalties. So Clater moves up to second. High Road is still moving up dramatically in spots. He's already closing in on the final transfer spot of Flash Champs. Hunter way overshoots the corner. He's going to allow Brad Ranger to go on through. They're taking out cones right there. Clater and Tomato have kind of waltzed away here now as the fight for the final transfer spot is picking up. High Road getting a good run off of Oval Turn 2. Don't think he'll be close enough to do anything come the bus stop. We'll see. Right to the back bumper of that 18. Oh, big send down the inside. Gap just opened right up for him, and High Road's going to take the position. No, not without hitting the outside wall. Flash Champ will retain there. Looks like Clater's got some heavy front end damage there from their first lap skirmish. Not looking too good. High Road with a big send down the inside, hits the curb, and that's going to get them all out of shape, and that's going to allow Hunter and Brad Ranger to get on through for 4th. Actually, not so fast. High Road's being pretty persistent about this, trying to cross him over, or cross over his Bass Pro Shop friend, kind of cutting him down to the inside lane. And oh, did that just give him a course cut? What the heck? Brad Ranger's car just completely stopped on the track. I don't know how that happened, but almost acted like he got a course penalty. That's weird. Well, that's moved Hunter into 4th. High Road is now down to 5th. You see Mr. J going off the track there in the grass. Tires are worn, so with these leaders being Tomato and Clater having checked way out ahead, they are going to have to be a little mindful of their fuel and tire consumption as to if they can make good with those to the end. High Road goes back down the inside of Hunter. He takes back 4th place. Is now setting his sights yet again on his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate of Flash Champs. Now, something also of note is that in the All-Star Open, or in the All-Star Race, excuse me, there are no Toyotas, so Flash Champs and High Road are fighting to try and get Toyota a spot in the show, because otherwise there's like 7 Chevys, and no, probably 8 Chevys and 2 Fords in the field. So, I mean, with Clater and Tomato's performance, they'll probably get in right now. I mean, they're pretty far ahead, but let's see. Lodberg's already in the pit road. Oh, Hunter's tried to go around the outside of High Road. He gets shoved off into the grass. Just trying to look around. I think Lodberg's going to be short on fuel. You can only go 9 laps to a tank of gas, and there's about 11 laps to go. So, still a lot left to be desired in this open. They're exiting off at that corner there. High Road really just can't seem to close on Flash Champs. Or maybe he can. Really great under braking. Got right to his back bumper. Still can't do anything. Oh, that might be a corner cutting penalty. I am shocked that wasn't. Oh, and Hunter's gone around. He's nosed it into the outside wall. And he'll get back going. He might have had some help from the 7. I could be wrong, though. I'm going to believe that I'm wrong on that. Oh, and High Road's all out of shape there. Out of the corner. Up ahead is Load Broke. That is a driver that has pitted. Deport almost in the inside wall there. This 4 car's got some damage to it pretty heavily. It should be fine. It is still able to drive just fine. Damage shouldn't affect it too much. This is about the biggest. Oh wow, High Road. First of all, I didn't even notice High Road had that much damage to his front. But this is about the biggest fight on the track. This is for the final transfer spot with the 18 holding it down. High Road not being able to do anything, making contact there with Deport in the outside wall. Deport's going to slide on through, hopefully, and probably will take over 4th place. A few more laps, they should be good to the end. They'll probably go as long as they can on fuel and tires just to see how it turns out. I think some drivers... No, actually, that's not going to work. I was going to say maybe trying to save fuel could work, but I think some drivers doing that would just be way too slow, and they would not be able to, you know, gain time back. So I don't think you're going to be seeing anyone saving this. Oh. He's got quite a lead. Where is Clater? Clater, this is 2nd, and then, okay, 2nd, 1st. So, sizable gap, 2nd, or 2nd, and then 3rd right there, so a few corners ahead. I think we saw another driver come in. That was Brad Ranger and Hunter. Hunter coming in to repair that damage in the fuel. I think he does have the speed necessary to overcome that and maybe come back, but it'll be definitely a big ask for him. I'm surprised High Road is still being this aggressive, racing with Deport, trying to get back around him, or at least try and work with him. We'll see what he does here in the bus stop. He brakes early. Trying to give space. Deport closing in a bunch there on the bus stop under braking. And great out of the corner. Flash Champs potentially over revving his car, or maybe coming into pit. That being the case, in comes the 3rd place driver of Flash, and he comes in really early into the pits, really close to the apron all the way through, and that is not going to be something you're going to want to do. Hopefully, I mean, a lot of these drivers are probably nearing thin on gas and tire, so no, maybe he was just out of gas. Who knows? Does lead to wonder what the 17 and 21 are going to be looking like, as Load Broke up ahead is about to go a lap down. Well, not really, but because he has already made a stop, but you know, yeah. Actually, he is also going to have to make another stop because he did pit early, so not looking good for the 20. I'm interested in seeing 18. He's out of pit road now. Does he intersect with anyone? No. Okay, so Hunter was a little far back from 3rd after he got the damage. Actually, he was pretty far back because he wrecked, but yeah, that's looking like a pretty insurmountable gap. I think Deport and High Road should consider coming in this time, just because they need to kind of counteract what has been going on with Flash Champs, and yeah, in they come. Looks like a great entry for them. And I think we see Dr. Clater's in. I think Tomato's in as well. Yeah, a few drivers in the wall. The only thing, I think they have cautions, like manual cautions in the open. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, unless they like stop midway. Anyway, here comes Flash Champs. This is what we're gonna be trying to keep an eye on. Is what I think Tomato just got a pit road, so we're gonna be keeping an eye on what those guys behind Deport and High Road, what they're going to be looking like in response to the 18. As there goes Flash Champs. He's coming through this corner. And it might have just been because Flash Champs had either some damage or it was really slow on that lap because D-Port has made up a ton of ground on him and he will jump out and take third. A big move there from D-Port to get himself up into position. And now he's going to have to hold off the hard charging 18 of Flash Champs. Hyro did have to get repairs to that damage, but he has shown some great speed in that 19 machine. Would not be as to say to count him out yet. He looks very good. I didn't even get a chance to see what lap they were coming to. Take a sip of the 7-Up. See, Clater's all the way up there. And yeah, D-Port's starting to really open up a gap to Flash Champs. Clater's hitting the outside wall there, I think. D-Port has a really nice narrow entry through there. He's able to swing on through. And if you're thinking that maybe they can abuse that blue sausage curb, kind of like almost what Hyro did just there. No, they can't do that. They can't put all 4 tires off in that grass. So if they wanted to, they couldn't, because that sausage curb will launch you into the outside wall, and the only other way to do that is to put all 4 into the grass, so that doesn't happen, and that would be a corner cut. So they kind of have to just stay on the asphalt. And I mean, having done it, it's still fast. It's not like you're losing time doing it. But well, you want to go technically, yes you are, but it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't matter that much. And D-Port, wow, has really opened up that gap. Potentially some damage to the 18. They're coming to 4 laps to go, or I guess Tomato, yeah, okay, he's already hit 4 laps to go for our race leader. And I guess Tomato, I don't know exactly why Tomato isn't in the open, or why he is in the open. I think it has to do with the tournament. I'm gonna assume that's why. Otherwise, I think he would qualify. But man, you gotta wonder then what happened to Tomato in his tournament matchup to get him all the way down here in the open, because I mean, this is a butt whooping. I can't even say what the other one would be. Oh, the High Road has gotten himself a course cutting penalty. That effectively ruins his chance of making it in, unless he gets voted in through the van vote. Looking through. D-Port's close. Tomato's close to lapping Loadbroke. This is coming to 3 to go. Just kind of looking around. Gap has not closed between D-Port and Flash Champs. So we'll go back to Tomato, and Loadbroke gets out of the way. This is now 3 laps to go. Loadbroke getting a course cutting penalty for his very gesturable act. A little loose out there from the 4. And see that 7 is playing it really safe through the chicane. Oh, and he looks like he's picked up some front end damage. Huh. Little lump there on the 7's nose. Shouldn't be really anything too concerning for him, though. I think the 18 might have a little bit of nose damage, too. It would really take, like, a miracle. Like, D-Port would have to, or one of the top 3 would have to, like, completely flip, damage everything in their car, lose a wheel, get food poisoning or something, and that would probably be what gets them out. D-Port did tell me before the show began that had he not advanced into the main event, that he would have joined us in the booth. It is safe to say that we're not going to be needing his services in the booth tonight. Loadbroke is face planted into the inside barrier. 2 laps to go now here in the open. I'm pretty sure that Tomato has led every lap. I mean, it's only been 14 laps, but still, it is kind of crazy. Lump's gotten a little bigger. Where has Flash Champs gone? Wow, he's dropped off pretty far. I saw D-Port was going side by side with Load Broke for a little bit. That got me a little, not excited, but something to watch. As everyone is kind of spread out right now. Flash Champ being very cautious there on the curbs. Well, Tomato has led every lap of the open in dominating fashion and almost has half a track length lead. The question is, can he hold on to it for just one more lap? Here we go, coming out of the chicane. We're coming to see the white flag. Last lap here in the All-Star Open. Tomato, a driver that I think would feel that he already deserved to be in the All-Star race and probably should. But unfortunately, luck did not go well for him in his tournament, and he got placed down here. And then since then, I guess he's coming out to prove a point, because, man, he has looked on the pace since the drop of the green flag. As we head back into second now has just crossed to see the white flag. D-Port Eddie's actually closed up a bunch to Clater, which is pretty impressive. We're gonna go check back. There is Tomato, and then here's second Clater, who was our Atlanta winner earlier this season. He's shown much improvement and great speed and has won in the lower divisions and going to go on to do great things in the Cup Series, no doubt, still. He already has that win. But he probably deserves a spot here in this All-Star race. And then, well, I guess we'll have to cut back to D-Port at the end of this, because coming into the final chicane, it is number 17. Oh, my goodness, a little bit of I'm probably just slag. Tomato wins the All-Star Open and advances into the main event. And now we'll cut to D-Port Eddie, who started up front, but then got shuffled all the way back, and then had to fight his way up into the transfer spots. He will do a great job of that as time ticks down for the race clock. Coming into the final chicane now for the second transfer spot is going to go to the 21 of Dr. Clater, and finally will be the number 7 of D-Port Eddie. Your top 3 advancing into the All-Star main event. Now, that isn't just the only 3 advancing. Remember, we did state that there is a most popular driver vote, or not most popular driver, but there is a fan vote getting in to the show. We'll be hearing from Storm soon enough. Oh. Well, I think I did a few whoopsies because I don't check my phone. SP, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were supposed to join me. Yeah, that's a little awkward. Yeah, it would have been, I think he's okay with that. Maybe, I don't know. Now I need Storm to come and tell me what, for... Well, Tomato gets credit with the fastest lap there. Although that's not for anything else. We will be hearing from your All-Star Open winner here. Well, hello, Mr. Tomato. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, bud, just went out and got yourself into the All-Star race. How's that feel?
It feels pretty good. You know,
Feel
not me winning by almost 30 seconds, but I mean, it is one of those tracks. Wish we did get a better, more competitive racy track, but I mean, worked in my favor pretty well, so I'm not really complaining that much.
Well, now you get to go out and race for the All-Star win, and coming off of your dominant win just now, how do you think that's going to set you up for what the first race is going to be at Watkins Glen?
Yeah, definitely the open race being at a road course gave me, I don't know, a little bit of practice for Watkins Glen, I guess you could say. But I mean, I'm fastest Charlotte Roval, quick at Watkins Glen, so I think I got a pretty good shot at get myself locked into the top three for the last race there. But we'll just see what happens. Should be fun though.
Should be most fun. And do you think with the track selection, you think you got a chance to win the whole thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're all one of my more stronger tracks. Watkins Glen I said I'm pretty quick at. Bristol is probably my weakest of the four, but I mean, yeah, that's Bristol. It's a short track. And then Vegas, I won there earlier this season, and then well, Vegas. I mean, who knows? I do
It's
have
a crapshoot.
yeah, I do have a couple super speedway wins in the league, so I mean, I've got some experience.
Well, it should be a very exciting night, and we're glad to have you in the main event. So, congrats to you on making the big time, man.
Yep, thank you.
The big show. Well, Mr. Storm is in the cut. He's here to reveal who our fan vote was to get into the All-Star race. Storm, you can have the floor.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we saw a amazing open. I know it was probably not as exciting as some may have anticipated. It was a random selection due to just a random pick, and unfortunately, it came down to Charlotte Roval. But nonetheless, Tomato did an excellent job. He had issues last season and was not able to capture a win or a pole or make the playoffs last year, so that's why he was stuck into the Open this year. But nonetheless, he gets in along with Clater and Deport. So welcome those three into the All-Star race with our 14 driver field, which means that last spot open for the fan vote. And y'all, the fans, went out there and did your job and voted for whichever driver. We had 10 drivers on the roster to vote for, and the All-Star fan vote does go to one only Flash Champs. He had a total of 13 votes compared to Deport, who was runner-up with 8 votes. So thankfully, Deport raced his way in, and Flash will join us in that 14th slot tonight. So um, the actions just get started. We got a heck of a lineup tonight for the tracks. We got Watkins Glen to open it up, and then we'll do Las Vegas, Bristol, and then wrap it up at Talladega. So on times for wear, to say the least, that is going to be a switch that the drivers will get to be told. But times for wear on all the tracks, which will make for a glorious night, having pits on every single track. So that is all I've got. I'm going to get ready to go race myself. So I thank you so far what you've done, and hopefully the string goes the rest of the way pretty well.
Absolutely, man. Good luck in the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, made sure to keep that away up until Storm would be able to have the ability to announce it. But yes, all races tonight are going to be ran on 4 times wear. I believe this is the first time the drivers are actually hearing about this. This is kind of a not really last second thing, but in the last few hours, it was decided that they should run 4 times wear, and man, that is going to make for some very exciting action with these shorter kind of races we have going for the Open, or no, not for the Open, but for the main event. Let's see. Should I go through? I haven't gone through the UTLR news segment that was sent to me. I feel like I should go through that now. Better time than ever. I'll have to turn on the volume, but this is like a special report, as what's given to us by Mr. SP and Mr. Storm. But we begin this with a race recap of our Truck Series race, which happened last night. in which we were at the Phoenix Raceway, in which it was quite a crazy race. It was a caution-free race, but the racing quality was insane. A lot of great battles, and in the end, LRS ended up getting the dub in what was not a strategic race. No, it was kind of a strategic race. A lot of tire and fuel saving in the first stage, but as it went on, it just got a lot better. Yeah, it was a great race overall. We have a race preview for tomorrow's race in the UTLR Xfinity Series, in which we head to NASCAR country, that being the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina. Last week, Clater was able to get his second win in a row and becomes the third driver this season to get back-to-back wins in the Xfinity Series. Can Clater make it 3 in a row, or can Dusty or Flash get their first win of the season, or any other driver that hasn't gotten a win so far this season finally get one at a lot of drivers' very favorite track? And that leads us with the All-Star race, which is taking place, well, right now. The UTLR stars come out to play. It's the All-Star tournament. Our All-Star event will have 4 unique tracks as well as the open event. SP has won the qualifying tournament and will start on the front row with Mole. The open will take place at a track that remains disclosed until race time. That obviously was the Charlotte Roval, so it doesn't give any driver an advantage. Many opportunities for the drivers to showcase what they can do, who will transfer into the All-Star event, and who comes out as the UTLR All-Star event champion. We do have an All-Star lineup. Do we have any votes or interviews? No, it does not look like there were any interviews given to any of the drivers. So we have no drivers' thoughts on the event. Man. I guess I should apologize, SP, again, for not inviting him. Oh boy, well, a little ways into the night. They're about 37 minutes in. Well, now I guess the open drivers get to come and talk to me. Well, don't get to talk to me in the party, but they can talk to me in the stream, which I don't think they would. Hi, LRS. Hello, newest returning driver in Tour Car Cup Series, driving the number 83. We're glad to have him back, but there's LRS in the chat. He's here. I have 2,200 channel points, but there ain't much I can really spend on it that I haven't gotten. It is a fat dub. That you are back. Darn. Well, I'm kind of just sitting here now. Let's go over some predictions, shall we? Who do I think will win the All-Star event? Because we didn't have any betting odds. So I guess I should kind of just manifest some of my own. Obviously, the schedule is going to take us to 4 very different tracks: a road course, a super speedway, a 1.5-mile intermediate, and short track. All of them providing great racing, but who can master them all is a great question. And the driver I believe to be able to master them all the best is, well, the series best right now, that being Mole. Yeah, he's pretty good. Actually, yeah, he's got a great chance in winning it all. Obviously, he's got great experience, and he's probably won at all these tracks before, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him get it done. But another factor to consider is the main event, and where the actual race that matters, the only race in all this is going to really matter, is Talladega. And that's a super speedway race, so it's really going to cater towards any driver winning it. And if we're thinking just about that, I'm going to have to go ahead and say Storm's got a great chance of winning that. I mean, he's a great super speedway racer, great when it comes to Talladega. Doesn't really matter where he starts. You can get up to the front in any means time. The only difference being that all the races are very short. Like, As far as race lap length, Watkins Glen's going to be 12 laps. Las Vegas is going to be 19. Bristol will be 35 laps. And Talladega will be 13. So all laps very short. So especially at Talladega, there's going to be no time to wait. You have to go. If you're starting in the back, you got to go. You cannot lose the draft. You have to get going. I don't know what was so funny about your GIF, or your That's not a GIF. That's an emoji. What am I saying? Lol, so funny. It's a GG. We modify this and go with the gray GG. I think I already have one that I made. Channel points. GG. Gray GG. There we go. In the chat. Unlock a random sub emote. We unlocked GG. We need new sub stuff, or like rewards. We need like a rewards program or something. Be kind of cool. Okay, well, enough of my constant blabbering. We are getting set to go for the All-Star main event. 12 laps here at Watkins Glen. And yeah. Here we go to find out who our All-Star event champion will be. We'll go over the field, obviously, with go over the field and see who's here and who's racing. If you would like a live onboard for tonight's race, I highly suggest UTLR_Storm to get the premium onboard experience. But here we go. Here are the 14 drivers that make up our All-Star main event. Starting off here with the 21 of Dr. Clater, our Atlanta winner from earlier this season, raced his way in the Open that just happened a few moments ago. He'll be then joined by the 18 of Flash Champs, who was a runner-up at New Hampshire just a few weeks ago and was able to also race his way in, I guess, through the fan vote. Then followed by another driver from the Open prior, that being Deport Eddie, who is part-time here in Cup, I believe. Then followed by our series regular season points leader and defending champ, 24 of Mull. Then followed by our Open winner and multi-time winner this season, the 17 of Tomato. Then followed by the 99 of Crimson Sniper. Then followed by the 6 of our Denny, the 12 of Drake, the 9 of Irate Pluto, the 43 of LRS, the 48 of Hack, the 8 of Kinney, the 42 of SP, the 1 of Storm, and that being your field. All Open drivers are going to be going to the back. And, yeah. I know every driver's in 5th gear right now trying to save as much as humanly possible. They do not want to wear anything on any tire. I think they will have to make a pit stop. I was a little confused by the directions, or by Storm's text earlier, and I thought it said that they couldn't pit in general. That's what I was interpreting as. I'm like, I don't think they can make it to the end. But no, they obviously are going to have to make pit stops, which will add a very interesting factor to all these races tonight. It should be a lot of fun. One last sip, it was a 7-Up here. I wish I had more of it. It's only one of those like small ounce cans. I don't know. You can probably envision it. Anyway, well, 14 drivers make up this grid for our All-Star show. 4 tracks, 4 very unique, different opportunities for drivers to get a win, where at the very end they get to etch their name into history. One question still remains. Who is the UTLR All-Star? Let's find out here. As the green flag is underway from Watkins Glen, we are underway from the Season 5 All-Star race. And SP got a great jump there off the start. Irate Pluto already trying to make a move, and Hack just puts the bumper to his Hendrick teammate. That allows Kenny to move up into second place off the start. Where did he come from? And he's already moving up, trying to catch back up to SP. Bull and his teammate Irate Pluto sideways through the S's. They are able to get through just fine. Everyone else trying to manage. Tomato moved from the back of the grid. He's already up a few positions. Trying to make a very aggressive move there on Sniper and Ardeni. Made it work. I don't know how they didn't just wreck right there, but Tomato very aggressive off the bat, wasting no time trying to get up through the field. Hack all over the place right now after the turn 1 incident he had. Tomato goes around the outside. He will take it in stride. This 17 is on a roll off the start. As up front, Mole's now gotten back by Kenny. Eric Pluto trying to do the same. SP has jumped out and away here in upstate New York. As they come around the final bend, they will come to complete lap number 2. Lap number 2. They'll move to start lap 3 of our 12-lap race. 10 laps to go already. It was going to be a very short race here in Watkins Glen. See, only Eric Pluto was going low. Oh, Sniper's all over the place. He's off into the outside barrier. Deeport trying to go down the inside of Hack. He makes that move stick. And Eric Pluto was not using the runoff earlier, so he was able to go down the inside of Eric Pluto, down the inside of Kenny. LRS going around the outside of Kenny through the bus stop. Great move there from the 43. A little bit of grass cutting. They should be fine. Tomato actually got all over the curb and sideways. He's going to have to get some ground back. Big crossover move there on the 1 of Storm. Gap is starting to narrow down here after SP got a great start to this race with the chaos happening behind him, but is slowly starting to get reeled back in by the 24 of Mole. And the winner of this race, let's say, have an advantage. They do get the pole for Talladega, and while the pole in track position is going to matter in a 13-lap race around Talladega, I don't really know. I would say it's the biggest loss in the world if you don't get a win in one of these opens. I guess it's more just for pride than it is per se anything else. So lap number 4 is underway right now. They completed lap 3 a few corners ago. So now there is down to 9 laps to go, and I don't know how much fuel they have left in their gas tanks. I have not seen Storm open up his little data piece. SP not going particularly wide in that corner. It allows Mole to just gain right up on him. Gap still closing in what will eventually become a great battle for lead. Gap that is scat. Sorry. It's on my lip. It's not too fun. Oh boy. Big underbraking there for the 24. Really able to utilize that apex. I think that's the 43 of LRS. Yes, it is. He's all over the back bumper of the 9 of Eric Pluto, trying to get around and get up to the top, too. Got a great line through turn 2, and now he's up into 3rd. Eric Pluto, all over that bumper, tried to make something work, clobbered that curve, and that's going to lose a lot of his momentum and in the grass, too. Hack is already the first person on pit road. Interesting to see what he does. Mole tiptoeing, almost having 4 tires in the grass. He just managed to keep off. So it looks like they have 4 laps left of fuel. So they'll have to make a pit stop in 4 laps time. And then obviously they'll be good to the end on fuel and tire. Some people are probably just going to go ahead and choose... No, they're going to have to take lefts. Or not lefts, forward side tires. I was going to say maybe some people could try and make this on just fuel and no tires. We'll have to see. As the battle for the lead is beginning to heat up. Mole right to the back bumper of the 42 of SP. And there in turn number 1, he's... Looks like the 24 is really confident under braking, and I think we've seen that all season long with this car. He's just really confident in just throwing the car into the corners and just knowing that this car will stick. And that is something that they have done with this car, is that not only does the car feel a lot more planted to the ground, like you can really abuse it, but you can just brake a lot more. You can do everything so much more aggressive with this car. As first of all, I was going to say, SP I thought just went all off into the grass right there. That was mighty close. And Mole got a really great carousel, and now he's side by side with SP for the lead into turn number 6. SP going to clear back for the race lead. But is he coming into pit road? Yes, he is. Going to make a early pit stop here to try and counter Mole. Other drivers are coming in. Mole going to stay out another lap. Tomato got past Eric Pluto there on pit road. That's going to be good for him. I'm interested in seeing, okay, Hack did come out pit road, so he's pretty far behind. Kenny and Storm also going more laps around. And there's 6 laps to go. And Storm's left side tires look pretty fine, so a lot of drivers actually just pit in for very little. So what I'm curious about is, are they even going to take tires, or can they just go on fuel? It looks like SP and company are going on tires. But like people like Storm might just be able to go on fuel alone. And that would be quite interesting. Did Tomato speed? No, it does not. I just forgot he came out that far back. I think we're going to have to start seeing pit stops come soon. See what Mole does here. He's got his Hendrick teammate up ahead, who has already come into the pits. And no, Mole's not going to come into pit road. He hits the outside wall. And I think that's going to be Hack signaling to go by. So we've now just hit 5 laps to go remaining in race number 1 of the All-Star race. Ooh, Tomato around the outside of Pluto there. Just want to confirm. Yeah, 5 laps to go. Where else is people racing? Here's LRS going really wide. Where's SP gone? SP, he is not racing anyone at the moment. He's kind of all by himself. There's Storm racing Clater and company. I believe they have all pit, or at least everyone behind them. No, all of them behind have not pit. So these guys are all have stayed out and are going longer distance. Obviously, tire wear doesn't really mean much on road courses. Old tires are about as good as new tires, so you can be really fast on old tires. So it's really just going to come down to just straight up speed if you want to try and make an undercut work. Meanwhile, up at the front, Mole is now coming into pit for his stop. How many other drivers are going to come in? Let's see. Kenny and Storm being the other drivers, and they're all coming to pit road. Dr. Clater's interestingly going to stay out another lap. That is an interesting call, and Storm's AI, that was not... Okay. Yeah, I watched his stream. That was not Storm hitting and absolutely clobbering the wall. That was just his AI. So where SP's here, he's coming into the final bend. Where does Mole come out is the question. He's already on pit road. He's got to come on to out of pit road soon. And here he comes out of the pits. And there goes SP. He's jumped out pretty wide into the lead. Doesn't get a great corner exit. Yeah, there we go. Back into the frame. Gap has opened up a lot more since pit stops. SP regains the race lead. I really thought Storm could just go ahead and like pit for no tires and then just gas and then make it to the end, get a lot of positions, but I guess I'm a little mistaken by that. Maybe I had failed to consider his abilities. Wow, Mole completely blew through that. Well, not blew through that, probably got out, or his car got offsetted or just messed up. I'm sure there's a good reason. Should be coming to like 3 to go. I think Clater has still not pit yet. Yeah, no, Clater's now into pit road. He hasn't reached his pit box though, so you'll soon be seeing SP and Mole go flying on by. Any second now, and there you go. Well, it's gonna be a very tight window to see if Mole can catch up to SP. They have how many laps now? Storm's crossing the line, 3 laps to go, so they are good to the end. Well, confirmed, at least. 3 laps. Can Mole make up this probably 1 second gap to SP? Oh, Mole just really abusing the bus stop there. Had a really great bus stop. Gained a lot of time there on SP. We'll see if he's able to carry that speed through the carousel. keeps it very nice and tight as compared to SP. Well, SP usually keeps it tight. What is a little confusing is I've seen the carousel be taken in so many different ways, and I think taking it really wide, like close to the wall, is how you're supposed to take it to be fast. I don't know if that's true. I just know that's what I've done, and I'd say it works. So maybe they know something we don't know, or their cars just aren't exactly handling how they want to. 2 laps to go remain here in race number 1. Sorry for going quiet. I'm just trying to listen to Mole's engine. I wanted to hear if he was where he was shifting, because I've had a long-standing theory. Whoa, my goodness, that was a lot of grass. Gained a lot of time though. I feel like this is what a lot of broadcasters like at Watkins Glen. I don't broadcast at this track much, so I never actually get to, see how people take the bus stops. But I guess this is kind of what it looks like from the outside, because I'm pretty sure I would be doing the same thing. Who knows? Alright, here we come. To the white flag off of this corner. They'll be seeing one more lap to go here in race number 1. This will decide the pole sitter for the soon-to-come final race. Can Mole get to SP? And if he does get to him, what does he do? Off turn 1. Oh, and Mole got really sideways there. It's going to allow for SP to get a great S's, carry a lot of speed. That is a part of the track you do not want to mess up, because if you mess up turn 2 or the exit of turn number 1, you are cooked all the way up until the bus stop, because it is flat out. Speaking of the bus stop, here we go. Into the bus stop. Can Mole gain anything on the 42? SP taking it very cautious. Mole all over the curb, even into the grass a little bit. Out of the carousel they go, very wide. SP over that final curb. They usually would translate into the boot. He manages to keep it straight. Now into the penultimate corner. Mole gonna lunge it in deep. Gets onto the gas early. He has the inside. Will he send it? Yes, he does. To the back bumper of SP. Not gonna get there. Coming off of the final corner. SP gonna dominate here in race number 1. He takes the opening stage here in the All-Star race. I think that is Tomato that's coming across the line to finish 3rd. I don't know how he got to 3rd, but nonetheless a great effort by him. Man, that is stage 1. Stage 2 coming up. That'll be at Las Vegas, I believe. Whew. Rigged job. It's rigged. According to Loadbroke and Mr. Hunter, this is rigged as hell. Just realized I'm gonna have to back out, or I think everyone's gonna back out, because they'll do like a pace lap around or something. That would make the most amount of sense. Oh, there's no way. Well, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna back out here because they're about to get stage 2 set up. But this is some crazy news coming out of ARCA in the ARCA World 12 minutes ago. So Brayton Laster, if you know him, and you know him, adored on Twitter, and very promising driver. He is going to be sponsored by Backstretch Battles. Yes, that Backstretch Battles from Roblox. He will be sponsored as a partner on their Daytona 200 car for the ARCA season opener at Daytona. It's awesome. I love that. That's so cool. I can't wait to see that car on track there at Daytona. Can't wait for the ARCA race at Daytona too. Usually ARCA kind of sucks at super speedway races, but I'm pretty excited. The field's going to be pretty fun. And usually it's just chaotic. More racing, more fun. You gotta love it. Oh, they're already loading into their next race. Hey, wait a second. I think I was supposed to get an invite. Hey, I think I'm supposed. You think you're forgetting someone? Your boy hasn't gotten an invite. Thank you, Storm. Thank you, LRS. Okay, well, I was almost abandoned. But looks like we're good. I'm in Storm. If you are seeing this, I'm in. He's texting me right now. 13% all races. Forgot to change it. Okay. So it'll be 35 laps, I think, here at Las Vegas. I mean, they'll do a pace lap first of all, so that they can get into position. Field gonna be inverted this time around. Oh, what the? Storm's just lagged out. Well, I mean, it's not, I think, no fault as to him being on the Xbox home screen the entire time. Might have had something to do with it. I think they're probably going to back out for him. It's like, yeah, he's just like that. I can't say that word. Well, it was very unfortunate for Storm, because obviously he's gonna miss stage 2, but obviously he'll still be like good to go as far as the main event. Well, I also just realized that I didn't even think about that. I just lost my in-race broadcaster, so I'm kind of screwed. I don't know how I'm gonna have to keep really good attention. Regardless, here we go. Green flag underway here from Las Vegas. Stage 2 is underway. And they're all going to be racing into turn number 1, trying to get every position they can already off the bat. Very aggressive here on these opening laps. Oh man, please tell me someone else is streaming. I apologize for looking down on the action. Obviously, they're having like an insane battle right now. But I need to try and find out where they're like who's streaming this so I can, you know what's going down. I have to write this down, I guess. Alright, I guess I'm writing this down. Alright, well, Storm's gonna hop in here for a second. He will be able to bless the peoples. Where are you? All the way down here, gosh darn it. Mole and Tomato already tandeming away into the distance, into their lead. Something similar to what we'd see on a regular season race here in UTLR. Hello, Mr. Lackout. How are you?
Yeah, tell me about it. We'll just get into the next one, no worries. They're coming to lap 5 now. Give me an invite to the race, and I can try back in.
Alright. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have a little friend here for this stage.
This duo is not a typical occurrence.
No, I don't think this occurrence has ever occurred. This is a very welcoming surprise. What is also a very welcoming surprise is seeing Ira Pluto actually make moves, as he's going to the outside of Tomato here for second. He's had help from the 7 of Deport, and might even try to go for the lead here, and they might, Mole loose into Tomato.
Ooh.
My goodness, they're 3 wide for the race lead. Can Ira Pluto get it? Got tagged from the 24. Don't think he'll get it now, and lost all that momentum. SP getting forced in the grass there by Flash. Ran out of room. There's a second pack, probably devoted to saving fuel and tire. Although I think they are going to have to make a pit stop regardless.
Yeah, so we're going to have to probably make 2 pit stops. Ooh, great contact.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, there's contact between Hack and Drake.
I'm going to load back in due to it did not want to give me the option to load in, so.
Huh. 3 wide on
Okay.
the front stretch.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good race. Like I said, they're going to have to pit twice, which will make it very interesting throughout the entire race. Because guys, SP going to have to work his way back up to the front, and he's almost done just that.
He almost just done binned it into the inside wall with help from the Candyman. That being Flash Champs. Or Mr. Popular, I guess I should call him. That's what
Yeah,
they
tonight I
voted
guess he
him in
can.
for. Candyman, Mr. Popular, Flash Champs, you name it. Same
You know,
person, same
He
product.
was one of the only people that he actually came to me and said, "Hey, is it okay if family members vote for you?" I'm like, "I don't care." And he actually put his time out and went to get vote.
That's a good marketing campaign.
That is.
Honestly, they should be taking a book or a page out of Flash Champ's book next time around. 'Cause this man got like all the votes. Legacy Motor Club's kind of hooked up again. They always
Yeah,
seem to find each other in these races.
That common duo, SP and LRS, they always find each other, they always hook up, and they always go.
I guess this is a pretty common sight to see the 24 and the 9 up front here at Vegas. And these guys were pretty dominant earlier on in the season when they came here. Tomato as well. He was, of course, our race winner there by just a very thin margin over that 9 car. 9's still looking for his first win on the season. Obviously not going to come tonight because it's not a regular season points race, but would still be a nice moral victory to get one here in Stage 2.
Wants me another invite. Now, that 9 car, I mean, he has had a
Oh,
huge
God.
contact from the 2.
Oh my god, he's into the inside. Oh my
Ooh.
god. Oh, he's flying.
And
my
he's dead.
god.
Oh my god.
Players- Oh my. He's still rolling.
God.
Oh my good lord. That's got to be a caution.
That's going to be a caution.
Oh my god. Someone see if he's okay.
That dude just
got-
did a Ryan Priest at Las Vegas.
He just got slapped silly. My goodness. Flash Champs around the outside of SP. He might even try to go for Tomato. No, I lost this momentum. They should be racing to the caution here. SP, I don't know how he just found his way in a second. But caution will be out here for the first time tonight.
Let's go on lap 13.
Decently into it then. Or into the race.
And this is going to be really good for the drivers because they're going to have to make that 2 pit stops, and that's going to come at a very good time for that first pit stop to happen. They're going to have to make a second one no matter what, but hopefully this caution is a lifesaver for some.
Yeah, and obviously this is a great opportunity for those drivers in the back who maybe lost a bit of connection with them, or that were trying to save in general, so that they can maybe gain some stuff under pit stops here.
Yeah, no, kind of surprised to see SP up in the front. Honestly, like we're used to seeing him up front, but the fact that he's up in second here at Las Vegas, really good turnaround for that man in the 42 car after a very performance at Watkins Glen.
And obviously starting on pole there and being naturally gifted at road courses will help a lot with that. He did a great job. Got a really great strategy call coming in a few laps earlier than his second place counterpart Mole, and he was able to hold on from a last lap barrage from that 24 machine. So they're on pit road. I think 8 crew members have probably died by now.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the gas man is standing in the middle of the pit road, and there's one just getting ran hell over.
Oh, there's a tire rolling out there. Oh no, he's been crushed. He's ran over. I think wasn't this the place where they had a tire roll out into the infield, and then some dude ran to go get it?
I believe that was Charlotte.
Huh.
And
Well,
I know there's one
like that would happen.
I remember at Indy where a tire came off and went over the catch fence and into the stands, or just barely missed the stands and went under the car behind them. And then Charlotte was with Brian Vickers, and his tire came off the back rear end and over into the campgrounds on top of a tent.
I did not hear that second story. That's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, that was back
Brian
in
Vickers, you never cease to amaze me.
2011, 2012, something like that.
SP and Deport Eddie have beef. They're hitting each other.
I'll be right back. I have to restart my Xbox because it did not let me back in. So, they'll be going green on lap 16 though. Give you input.
They going like single file restarts?
No, we're going choosing right here.
Okay.
Choosing right here, lap 15, going green on 16. I'll be right back.
Top 4? No, okay. Wow. Oh my gosh, SP turned so hard to
Oh my
make
God.
it to the outside. He's hit the wall and he's facing the other way. Oh man, that man is going to be played on all social medias for that. That is embarrassing.
That's going to be going on TikTok. That will make the UTLR TikTok right there.
Oh man, this man folded. He choked. Need to clown this man after the race.
I'll be right back. I'll let you know about me.
Or I'll hit you up with one right now, just beforehand. He's gone now. He will be back shortly after his Xbox is restarted properly and wants to actually get him into races that matter. Well, we're going to be going green here come lap 16. I don't know. SP had a front row starting spot, but then decided to be different at the last second, and look how that played out for him. Oh, man. Well, this is going to give a great opportunity for some drivers to get back up into the fight now. Everyone on that outside line is going to move up a position. And Tomato will have the command here as they enter into the Geico restart zone. Through the gears they go. The green flag is dropped. We're back underway here from stage 2 at Las Vegas. Already onto the apron dives Tomato, trying to block off any attacks from that 18 car of Flash Champs into 1 and 2, hugging that white line beautifully as they exit off of turn number 2. Now driver is starting to get all single filed out, trying to stay with it to the inside. Goes every other driver. Moles keeps it stuck up outside. He's got help from Tomato. Big draft, big run from the 24. Into the trioval, Tomato leads this lap, but he's going to be under heavy pressure for that 24. Gap did open for a little bit there, but Mole could not close it. Out of 2. Side by side for second. Mole has the run off the corner and will have the draft single filed out. Second place now belongs to Mole. Big run into turn number 3. And that 24 just continues to run a bit of a lane higher than everyone else. It's kind of working for that Rainbow Warrior car. And I think that's SP all the way in the back that's lost a bunch of ground. Here we go into 1, having to defend. Tomato throwing that car onto the apron, not letting Mole get a peek. Flash Champs maybe peeked instead of to 24. No help with him. Deport is going to cruise on past into 3rd. And how about Crimson Sniper holding on to this main pack? See, we've had a breakaway of our second pack again. Irate Pluto's actually stuck back there, so he's not going to be too happy. He'll probably want to get back up to the front of that pack, try and catch up to everyone else. As here we go, battle for the lead kicks off. Mole poked his nose there at the last possible second, got a great run through the tri-oval, got to the inside of Tomato, and will look to clear as they race down the Nella straightaway into turn number 3. Tomato gonna go high, Mole low. Maybe Mole's not very good at holding the inside lane. Maybe that's why he goes a little higher. Potentially because Tomato got a huge run off of turn number 4. Side by side for the race lead. Flasham and company giving the 24 a huge push going into turn number 1. Deport to the back bumper of the 17. Tomato all the way up at the top of the track running the wall. Now he's going to get a great run off the corner, or maybe not. Flasham and Deport both getting great pulls from the 24. Getting them the slipstream they need into 3 and 4. 3 wide for second. Deport washing up the track. Almost puts Tomato up in the wall. There was a little bit of contact, but not anything lethal. Now put Deport up into 3rd place. I'm going to have to give Storm another invite, hopefully, just to make sure. Oh, Mole wipes up the track. Here comes Flash Champs potentially looking down the inside. This is for the lead. Deport actually got a big run. Thought he was clear for the 18. Completely chops his nose off, and the 18's going to be able to rejoin safely, albeit with a little bit of contact to the 17. And now LRS has actually managed to get back into the game. He's pushing the 24 there into the tri-oval. Oh, and Tomato's been put into the outside wall there. He's able to pop back off. He'll be fine. Alright, Pluto's starting to pull away from that second pack. He will be trying very hard to get back up to this leading pack. It's LRS looking down the inside of Mole. Almost got there, but again, can't quite get there. Story of the second place driver when chasing that Rainbow Warrior car. Hello, Storm. Welcome back. Yeah, I got you.
Hoping that this works. Alright, coming up on 23, coming to 24 of 35. There'll be 11 to go.
Coming to 12 to go.
Yeah, 12 to go, sorry. Yep.
Deport getting a great run out of turn number 4, but he has no help on that outside lane. Just can't do anything right there because it kind of stalls out middle of the tri-oval because everyone else is running that inside lane nose to tail. Mole is just choosing to go ahead and defend that much more scarier line, that being the inside lane. It's down the back straight where they go. Oh, Tomato making a move on Flash Champs and Deport.
3 wide.
3 wide for 3rd place. Flash Champ's going to back out of that. He'll tuck back in 7. Try and work there 2 by 2 from behind the leader.
Deport really showing some strength here in this All-Star race. He's working on getting better throughout the season, but he is really showing what he's made of in a 7 car.
Looks like he got a little loose there off the corner. Mole hit the apron off of turn number 2, and that upset him going down the backstretch. That's going to allow Deport to go ahead, drive it in deep, and take the lead here in stage number 2 if he can clear. And yes, he does. New leader, the 7 of Deport. Still landslide behind him. Oh, LRS up the track into the 18 of Flash Champs. That's going to open the door for Tomato, but Tomato's all over that apron, got a little loose and up into the 43. My goodness, they've all single filed out.
That did not work, so I'm going to shut him down and try to be back before the start of the next stage. So,
Alright.
good luck to you.
Good boy. Well, we're going to be racing like every lap is our last. LRS, Crimson Sniper, Irate Pluto, Art Denny, all in, coming to, and probably at 10 laps to go right now. Mole down the inside of the 7 of Deport, trying to make a move like he did to take the lead of so many laps ago. Flash Champs down the inside of Tomato. He gets that move done, but maybe again not so fast. Deport coming into pit road, and looks like many others as Deport spun it coming to pit road. Big punting from the 18 and the 17. I don't know how Deport just... Oh, maybe it was just lag. That scared. I thought Deeport had just completely spun out coming to pit road, but apparently they all make it in fine. Mole got absolutely punted by a few other drivers. Race off pit road is won by LRS. They will all be trying to get this undercut to work on our leading group. As I think Dr. Clater is the driver that stayed out there with Drake. So they're obviously going to try and make something up, go another lap longer. And yeah, there you go. 21 and the 12 coming in to make their pit stops. Where does the 43 in company file out? You'll see SP is finally in the pit road. Here is LRS as the rest of the drivers coming off of pit road. Where is that 43? There they go. They're just crossing the line. We're going to cut to that 43. See him as they race through 1 and 2. They're not quite up to speed on the apron yet. And that is going to allow for the 43. It's going to be close, but he is going to clear for the race lead. New leader, the 43 of LRS. And Crimson Sniper got a great run out of that too. He's going to go ahead and try and take second. Almost does. Might got some contact from the 18. But he should clear. And Drake, interestingly, is going to short pit. Now comes the 12 and what might be the race leader. No, what is probably going to be the race leader, barring him messing this up off the exit. There's the leader, LRS. And here comes Drake off pit road. And Drake is now going to be our race leader. Assuming this was a right side tires only pit stop, maybe some fuel. This is definitely to gain some track position as the 24 has been put up into the outside wall. Might have had some help from a familiar friend. I don't even know how many laps we're at right now. No, we're less than 10 to go. Probably like 9, maybe 8 laps. We're going to go ahead and say 8 laps to go just for the sake of it. And obviously the 2-tire pit stop is not the right call. Drake comes down to the apron. That's going to slow up everyone else. LRS going to have to go to the outside lane in response. Here comes Ira Pluto. Big lunge to the inside. 3 wide for the race lead. What a maneuver by Ira Pluto. Use that lap, or use the slower car as Drake is a perfect pick, but that's going to cause problems in the back. Crimson Sniper into the outside wall. Drake continues to fall back. And that's Deeport Eddie that's fallen all the way back because of it. I think Sniper, wow, that was a big lag spike from him. I think, yeah, that was. As now the battle for lead becomes a lot more intense. Las Vegas rivals from earlier this season, Tomato and Ira Pluto are back at it again, fighting for this lead. This is 5 cars under a blanket. Drake not allowing everyone else to get back up into speed. SP, Deeport, and Crimson Sniper being those cars. 7-ish laps to go. Should probably check my phone. Contact there from the 9 and the 24. 24 is going to run up the track a little bit. 9's got help from the 43. I don't know what draft they're running on. I think they're running on normal, but regardless, they got to be very careful about not losing the draft of the 17 Tomato. They cannot afford to lose that. 6 to go-ish now. A very poor corner there from the 17, and I think the 9 is kind of having some leadership disputes with the 24 as to who should be leading this pack to catch the 17. Or I think the 18 might want to stake claim at that. 5-ish laps to go now as they cross the line. Just tuning in, I'm saying ish because, well, my lap counter, my live streaming guy, he lagged out. So we're kind of just going off feel right now. I feel like there's 5 laps to go. Obviously, it's going to be a case of what could have been. Those drivers in the back, Deeport, Crimson Sniper. Regardless, is going to be great results for them. LRS going to be plowing up the track. 4-ish laps to go as they come across the line. They're starting to gain just a little bit, but Mole not going to be very forgiving as to what happened earlier between the 9 and the 24. Up the track they go. They're still side by side for second. I think I said 4-ish last time. They're coming to 3-ish. Still side by side for second. The 9 almost hit the wall. Got a huge run out of the corner. And oh, that's it. Well, I guess that's it. Wow, I was off by quite a lot longer than what I thought it was. Huh. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I guess I was close enough. Your stage 2 winner, Tomato. Next up on the board being Bristol Motor Speedway. How fun. I think this race was supposed to be okay. Yeah. Well, gonna be 13%, so Bristol's gonna be pretty long. Like longest lap wise, it's gonna be for tonight. Whew. Whew. Wow. Looking through to make sure everything is good. We just got recent Matt DiBenedetto sponsorship story lore. Credit to the fastest lap, that being Deeport Eddie. As they will get re-racked and will get set to go to Bristol. My goodness. It's been a long day. So we should be getting going back soon. There's no rest for the wicked. Oh. Oh, SP texted me saying, hope you didn't see my incident. Oh, dude, we were on board. We were on the onboard, man. SP's like, no. He's like, no, I'm good to be caught in 4K being terrible. No. Rest in peace, SP's career. Oh, man. He's choked. He's absolutely choked. But he's still on board, or he's still starting on pole for the main event. Thank you, LRS, for the invite to this stage. Stage 3, 65 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. Hit the gas to go behind it. Bruh. Skill issue, ladies and gentlemen. I think Storm, please get out of the home page. If Storm lags out again, I don't even know what to say. Please, my man, you got to get out of. Thank you, Storm, for the 2 pace laps information. But please don't lag out again. What the heck? Still loading in. So we'll have 2 pace laps, obviously, to get, as previously mentioned, to get set up for this. Oh, man. Well, I guess this has gotten my phone battery back up to 100%. So that, what the heck? Oh, and Storm is lagged out again because he needs to get out of the home screen. My goodness. I'm gonna have to get this man an earful. Like, bruh, get this man out of the home screen. What are we doing? My goodness. Oh boy. I'm gonna drop in a little rear. They're not going this lap. They'll go next lap. Well, this is sucky. I have to go another stage without knowing how many laps we have. Guess I'll have to be the one that invites him too. Alright, well, they'll be going out the line. Green flag. We are underway here for stage number 3. And already single file. Irate Pluto to the point. Drake and company up into the outside wall. Almost 3 wide for the lead here to complete lap number 3. Irate Pluto's already out front. Flash Champs. Pretty consensus good short track racer. It's going to be a great opportunity for him. Oh, wall pop there from the 24. I think he got forced up there. Hit the wall, come back down, hits the 18. Up in the wall again, hits the 18. Dr. Claytor's are up a tremendous amount of positions off the start. My goodness. Already back up into the top 5. Flash Champs cleared. He's also hitting the outside wall, slowing down the pack. Dr. Claytor got loose, almost killed the 43 of LRS. I don't know how Tomato got past so many cars off the start. As Pluto's under more pressure, yes. They're hitting all sorts of walls out here. Dr. Claytor's into 4th. Big send from the 18 of Flash Champs, getting underneath the 9 of Irate Pluto. Battle still rages on. Mole giving a push to the 18. 9 coming down, making a little bit of contact. He does have the advantage of having to run off the corner, and that does not matter because Flash Champs is just cleared for the race lead. Dr. Claytor trying to get past Mole and Irate Pluto as this battle rages on. Inner team battles. Dr. Claytor to the inside of Irate Pluto. That doesn't work. Mole moves up into 2nd. LRS got around Dr. Claytor on that outside lane, and Mole now contending with Flash Champs. This is for the lead. Obviously forcing Flash Champs to go a little wide there. Mole gonna back behind him. Sends it back down the inside. There was contact there. Gaps opened up to 3rd behind as everyone's now starting to rock the outside lane. How about Hack having a great showing there on the outside lane? Mole still had like a nose to Flash's quarter panel this entire battle. And oh, that might change. Flash into the outside wall there on the straight. Now give Mole the opportunity he needs. Almost contact there. These guys have kept it off each other. A great compliment to them. As Mole got loose trying to avoid hitting the 18. Whereas the 9 is going to give his teammate a really hopeful push, actually. That almost boosted Mole completely into the lead. Still remaining side by side. Off of 4, now back into 1. Things go by that quickly here. Irate Pluto diving to the outside lane, trying to get around the 24, his teammate being Mole. LRS is now caught up to the 9. This begins a bit of a stack up. Claytor's in the outside wall. Tomato going to take advantage, try and go inside for 4th. Or no, excuse me, 5th. Contact made, 24 and 18 again, 2 by 2. Irate Pluto gives another big shot to the 24, and that's going to put the 18 into the wall. Contact made, and I don't know how Flash Champs is still there. They're 2 by 2 by 2, 3 rows deep, And now Mole finally clears for the race lead. Oh, LRS is in the outside wall. I don't know. Again, Tomato started last. He's up into 5th now. A few laps into this. Well, probably like 10, 15 laps into this. Oh, contact 918. Oh, and we have another slow car. This SP who's completely killed. Might have spun on the apron. Doesn't look like we are racing to a caution, so it looks like we stay green for the time being. I think a few people just went into pit road. Is that why, or did they just lose that much ground? Honestly, I looked away for a little bit. No, I think they called a caution. Yeah, they called a caution. Caution. Oh man, excuse me. Caution is out for only the 2nd time tonight in total. Mighty fine achievement we've had there. I still don't have anyone to watch. So this is fun. Pit road should be open now. So they use the first pits window, not the second one. So they all coming down. This will be probably 4 tires and fuel. Get the setup in. Hoping it all comes together. Haven't heard anything back from Storm, so I don't know where he stands right now. Maybe getting back going. And the Yankees are going back to 1997 uniforms or like 90s uniforms. I don't know how legit that is, but if it is, that would be very cool. And actually, I don't really like the Yankees, so I don't really care. Good for them, but I hate them. This is coming from a Cubs fan, so feel free to boo or whatever. I don't really know. We will be choosing at the line here. I believe the majority might choose to go to the inside lane. Flash Champs, no. LRS and Flash Champs selecting to go the outside lane. Seeing as actually they're kind of split even as far as going inside-outside lane ratio. I don't think this is the only pit stop they're going to have to make. This might be. I am not sure. Nonetheless, here we go. They will go green in the restart zone. Control car is the 24 of Mole. Here we go. Put to the floor. Green flag is dropped. We are underway yet again from Bristol. Already, Flash Champs trying to poke his nose where it doesn't belong. LRS going to keep him away. He maintains 2nd. D-Port is back up into 3rd. Flash Champs in 4th, looking inside. Tomato still sticking strong in 5th and looking to the inside of the now falling back 7 of D-Port. Crimson Sniper through strategies up into 6th. Good for him. Further back, you see SP was able to make up a little bit of ground. Irate Pluto and Clater are big losers off the pit stop. They're all the way in the back. Probably is to make maybe a 2-tire, or they probably made 4-tire stops. Maybe some fuel, maybe got some damage repairs. Who knows? Who knows? That 24 now leads. LRS, who we haven't seen much leading all day. Actually, we have at Las Vegas prior, but still has had a fair share of adversity to be dealt with, having to fight his way through the field at Watkins Glen, then have Las Vegas go the way it did. He was leading for a short portion through strategy. Fortunately, just couldn't hang on in the closing stages. Tomato ended up taking that. And now running up front here at Bristol, looking very good throughout the night. Flash Champs down the inside of the 43. And LRS, just about clipped the wall, and he's going to stay up there. let everyone go. Grim Sniper actually got by him. Maybe no. Kenny's behind him. SP then follows. Tomato moving up to highest he's been all race in third. Now chasing down the 18. Team invite only for Mr. Storm. Have to get that for him. Right as the stream eclipses 100 minutes. Yay. It's been going on for a bit. I do apologize for what will probably be a really bad finishing call for the stage, because I don't even have like a slight clue as to how many laps we have left to go. I can only assume we're about halfway done, maybe about a little over. Laps tick by very fast here with it being like 65, I think. Let's see here. Let's do the math here. For every 1 minute, 19-ish second lap here, probably less. We'll go 17. No, 18. We'll go 17 second lap here, actually. So 17 seconds times 1, or times 2, that is 20. So it should be about 3-ish laps in the span of a minute, maybe a little less maybe than that, maybe 4 almost. So 3 to 4 laps a minute. And times. This is like turning into a math session as Mole is checked out and everyone's kind of spread out for the front part of the field. Let's see here. Let's just stick with 3. 3 laps per minute. 3 times 20 is 60. So this should probably take, if my math's not wrong, which I mean it probably is, but I don't really care. It'd be like 20, this should be a 22-minute total race, and if we've been racing for, let's say, maybe like 8 minutes-ish, then we're probably, I don't think 8 minutes is probably right. Maybe we've been doing this for like more than 10. So my best guess is we're at 25 laps to go right now. That's my guess. Probably a lot less than that, but no. Again, will they have to make a pit stop? I'm not sure. Probably came at a great time for them as well. Can't wait for Storm to get back in so that he can, you know, be able to be able to give me what I need as far as race lap count. See Flash Amps kind of falling back. This is now becoming the Mole and Tomato show. They both won stages respectively. Let's look elsewhere. Let's see. Crimson Sniper is having a more monumental stage effort and was having a great Las Vegas effort too, up until he got caught up in the back. Working something out with Alex or Storm real quick. Like, I'm trying to think because they got, if Storm can't broadcast for what's going to be the final stage, then I'm thinking like maybe SP or LRS can maybe broadcast, because I know they have Twitch channels that they can broadcast through. I just need one person, like any of these 13 guys, just to stream. Appreciate that effort from Mr. Storm as we kind of now just sit and wait, see what transpires. Drake is about to go one lap down to Smole in the hole. There goes Swiftly. Tomato gonna follow up shortly thereafter. Drake gonna let him go. How's everything else looking? This is battle for third. LRS and Flash Champs haven't really been able to get much going in terms of speed. Oh, Flash Champs got loose. Look away for just like a split second, and then something happens. Later's actually caught up to these two. He's trying to get up into third. Oh, contact. 18 puts the 43 up on the wall. The boot scoot, and now he's boogied all the way into turn 3. Later, around his tail. Trying to get past him. Maybe try and close the gap from third to second. I see that gap being about a straightaway distance, maybe more. Flash Champs doing a great job of holding down the fort. A little bit of front end damage to that 21 as well. Maybe he's had to use the business end of his car a little more than what he may have liked to. Elsewhere, as SP and Mr. Kinney going at it. They've both made contact in turn 2. It's given the great fortune of SP getting by for the position. As forecloses the 6 of Ardeni, who's trying to get back to his rival, the number 8 of Kinney. Up into the outside wall goes the 8. Irate Pluto, very fast car from earlier today. And he's finally caught up. He's going to be trying to get past that 6 machine, as behind him more drivers try to get by. To the back bumpers, the 9 to the 6 into the outside wall, scrubbing off a lot of speed as in front of our leaders, and now has ultimately slowed down the pace of the fastest car on the track, being the 24 of Mo in the hull. Be it how many laps left we have, who knows if this can end up being someone else's race or not. Time will tell ultimately. In comes the number 6 of Ardeni, who's going to be making his second pit stop of the evening here on the stage. Does not appear as anyone else will be following him into the pits, at least this revolution around the track. Later in Mr. Flash Champs, it appears as though they are still entangled in their little fight for third place position. They have seemingly gained a numerous amount of time on the second place machine of Tomato. Looks like his car has quite honestly fallen off and not up to the standards that which were his speed laps ago. Irate Pluto has been lapped by his teammate, the 24. They had some prior engagements earlier on in the race. Kenny has missed the corner, and he will be the next victim of the 24's relentless assault onto the field. He gets lapped down, and now the 24 sets its sights on its next target, that being the 42 of SP. Now Tomato has gotten himself into quite a pickle. He's losing a lot of speed to the cars behind, even though they are engaged in battle. The 2 cars ahead are both lapped down and will not be seemingly willing to giving up positions for their opposition. Denny has come out of the pits. He is now re-engaged into battle, albeit a few more laps down than his opponents. Have to wait and see if this strategy is going to pay off. Oh my goodness, as the 43 of SP is just, or no, 43 of LRS is just on a spin, and that will do it for our third and final stage, or third stage of the evening. The 24 of Mull in the Hell repeats and gets another stage win on the night, as we now set our sights into the final stage, that being Talladega, to decide the All-Star event champion. Ooh, that kind of sucked. I don't know. I started doing that accent just because I got bored, but eesh, that was kind of stupid. I'm sorry that you had to hear that. That was horrible. Almost said sounds food to top 3 interviewers go from Dega. Yeesh. The other bit fastest lap credits go to Tomato, as he gets the fastest lap as they get set to go for Talladega for the final race of tonight's premiere event. God damn it, I'm doing it again. We're closing in on 2 hours now. After this, I gotta go make myself some dinner, because, well, no one else has been home, and I'm kind of hungry, so need food now. So this Talladega race could not finish any sooner. I'm certain Storm's trying to work his magic, trying to get one of the boys to broadcast for little old me, so that way I don't have to completely botch the ending. I would like to say a big thank you to all those tuning in, just for sticking with us tonight. Obviously, it's been a long evening, to say the least, so, you know, just watching helps just a bit, but we appreciate it. And then a shout out to our sponsor of the Xbox One esports racing community for their continued support of all series UTLR and their support of all series in the NASCAR Heat 5 community here on Xbox. They are a very great group of people, and we're grateful for what they do, and we thank them again for continuing to sponsor us. Now, as far as what is going down, still no one being able to set this up. Best hope is that maybe Storm can try again and get their get his stuff figured out. Trying to figure out what Adam Stern just tweeted, because I'm trying to read it. I don't really understand it much. Race Team Alliance's media arm has raised new funds for Racing America, a sign that the site could continue to exist even when NASCAR's new media era starts in 2025. A new charter deal would likely include a greater collaboration on digital media, but NASCAR has no stake in Racing America. I don't think that's anything too crazy to acknowledge, unless I'm like completely misreading that, or in which case I probably am. Thank you, SP, for the invite to the game. 24-lap main event of the evening. It does not look like I will have much help up here as far as lap count. I'm just doing like one last check through just to see if anyone I don't follow already is broadcasting this. looks like that's it, and they're all going to get set up here now. So our stage 1 winner of SP, and actually I should make a correction to a statement I made earlier, that Mold did not repeat as a stage winner. He only won the 3rd stage. That is my bad, I kind of forgot. SP won stage number 1. This is going to make for a fairly exciting show. One issue is that I will not have any idea as to what lap they're racing for. No, they're on all an Xbox Party. I was going to say maybe I could try and tune in through the VC to maybe hear them, but they're not in Discord, so it looks like that's going to be very tough. They're going very slow down this backstretch. There they are. The Geico 500. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you, SP, for streaming. Oh my goodness, thank you, Mr. 42. I cannot thank you enough for your efforts to finally bring me the necessary things I need so I can do my job. I appreciate it, Mr. SP. Thank you, Storm, for helping him. Well, now there's a little bit more energy because now I know what I'm doing, or at least I know what I'm talking about now. So, you want to be an all-star? 24 laps to decide it all. To put your name down in the history books, because history only remembers the winners. Right now, there are 13 hungry drivers that want their name at the top. All of them have a very high chance of doing such here, being at the Super Speedway. This is a very, very poor timing text, Hunter, for you to text me how the All-Star racing is going. I mean, it's still going on. I think he is saying that because they like posts. I don't know. They're not going in the zone, though, I don't think. Look about the line. But here we go. 23 laps to decide the Season 5 All-Star event champion. Who's it going to be? 23 laps time? We'll figure it out. Green flag is underway for the main event of the All-Star race. I guess the true All-Star race is kind of kicked off. It doesn't matter. SP already drops down to the lead, and this kind of shows the advantage of having one of those stages, as now the top 3 have all but cleared out, and they are already single file getting to the position they need, and now they get to keep that for all the way up until they need to make pit stops. Now, I don't think I've seen any of them look at how big their fuel load is, so I don't know how long they can go for. But we're probably going to have to make at least one pit stop. Mole already looking to make a jump to the outside lane with Drake, potentially. Seems like an aggressive idea. They're coming to lap number 3 already. Outside lane has all but fizzled out. Ardeni was the lone survivor on that outside lane. That just did not work, and he's going to drop all the way to the back with LRS, Sniper, and Kenny. And on the backstretch they go. And in the 3, they've all gotten single filed. And likely the people in the back are going to be trying to save a little bit of fuel, maybe some tire. Most definitely some tire. Trying to get whatever they can to the very end. See Deport doing it a bit. They're checking up behind LRS. Trying to lead something with Crimson Sniper. Ardeni's got to be careful, otherwise he might lose the draft. Doesn't look like that will be the case, though, because they've already hit 21 laps to go in the main event, or I guess stage 4. calling it the main event. Deport got shuffled out there, though. He tried to make something work with the 21. That failed. Now he's going to drop back all the way to the rear, potentially. And oh, whoa, LRS and company making a very aggressive move already. The outside, trying to get past Deport. Now he's getting left out to dry. Kenny hits the apron. Contact between Kenny and Sniper. As SP already got shuffled out of line. That's not good. I think he has to go back to help his friend. They got to be careful as to not lose draft. I think they're going to be fine. Don't think we lost anyone. Just going through to make sure everyone is still here. Yeah, it looks like, okay, everyone's still here. 20 laps to go in there as they cross the line. LRS went all the way below the apron. Probably got tagged by someone else. Looks like they will be okay. But yeah, SP dropping to the rear to go and help his Legacy Motor Club teammate. Now, how will that play out? We'll have to wait and see. Already making moves. They've got the 6 of Ardenita working with them, and Kenny and Deport. They just don't have the momentum. They just can't get it to work. I do applaud them for trying, though. I mean, they're gaining some time right now. Oh, bit of contact to the rear bumper from LRS to Kenny. Kenny hit the outside wall. He's going to have to be careful because it's fairly far distance away from that main pack. Obviously, they're going to go single file, try and keep Kenny in this. Deport backing off. A lot of drivers actually backing off. Maybe backing off a little too much. They got to be careful that Deport doesn't lose the draft. Trying to keep everyone in the game here, but it looks like it might be a little too much for them. Bit off more than you can shoot. Never mind, they're already good. Deport and Kenny already trying to make something work with the momentum they had. Actually, nothing they could really do. Tomato fell back. We did not document that, but he's all the way back there with SP now, as Irate Pluto and Mole are now in the leading pair. Through the tri-oval they go. You see more people trying to work that outside lane than there are people trying to work the inside lane. Hack, although not being able to get to the back bumper quite of Tomato, later moving up to try and offer some assistance. But everyone on that inside lane just a lot more well together. And Sniper, I mean, he's leading the back. He said, hey, why not? Let's just try and see if anything can work. But they just lack form in the back. They can't really all stay together as one cohesive unit. And it looks like they're all going to kind of just leave them out to dry, just duck back in, try and please pull back up to that fuel screen. Let's see how many laps they have left to go. Thank you. They have they have 3 laps left of fuel. Okay, wow, that is a very short amount of fuel. So 3 laps, they can go 11-ish, 11 laps on 2 tanks of gas and a 24-lap stage. So they're gonna have to pit twice and come into the end of this. This is gonna be really tight, or really small window of drivers. Obviously, everyone's gonna have to pit at least twice. So I don't think you can save it. We'll see how many people are going to go in as a pair, but they should be coming in soon. It's all going to be about coming in as a group. You can't afford to get separated, and you've got to stay with the pack. At least the majority. Especially, don't speed. It's killed a lot of people's hopes at super speedways, and it will kill hopes again. I'm wondering how people in the back are looking as far as fuel. Mole has led up front a lot for this stage, so it looks like he's going to be burning the most fuel. Looks like Drake's hanging back. Some people starting to fan out. Oh, contact hack into LRS. Looks like they might come in. Drake got a big push from Flash Champs. We'll see. Out of 4. Likely everyone coming in. Yeah, here we go. Everyone's coming into pits, and the 9s got into the 24. The 12 got a great jump into pit road, and wow, they're going to all be inside each other. But the 9 made contact with the 24. Everyone made it on well. Now it's going to be a matter of can they get off of pit road. Well, that 12 might have just gotten himself a major move there and could have potentially gotten into the lead with that. As long as he did not speed. As long as he did not Scott speed. 4 tires and fuel. They're going to be pumping up those air pressures. Looks like 4 tires for everyone. Drake, is he going to win the race off pit road? And he is! New leader, the 12 of Drake, at least for the most part. Yeah, everyone seemingly gets together as they race off of pit road. Did we lose anyone speeding? No, everyone ate their vegetables. They're all good. They all managed to pass through pit road well. Now back here is where it gets a little interesting because you got these guys that have kind of separated. They're all in this pack. There's 3 separate packs. These guys are not all nose to tail, but they're all separated enough by the draft. Looks like these 3 are going to have to back off the main pack and go join that pack in the back. They do have more tires, so not more tires, more drivers. So leading pack, now led by Drake, then followed by Mole, Clater, Pluto, and Flash Champs. Then they have a second pack here, full of more drivers. Tomato, LRS, Deport, Hack, SP, Kenny, Sniper, and Dinny. Now more numbers doesn't always mean more speed, but I think right now they are going really strong right now. They've got nose to tail pushing, and they've got into the draft there. They might even have a chance at taking the lead here. They have such a big run. We'll have to see what this 17 car does. So he shoots to the outside lane. He's got help, but they all kind of stagger. Once they get to the outside lane, they can't hold a line quite like what they used to. Mole's actually going to move up to the outside lane, trying to block the run, trying to get some help. That actually hurt it more. Tomato tries to go to the inside because of it, and now this has created a scramble for position. Mole's dropped all the way back from where he used to be. SP going to scythe on through. Tomato and company are getting a lot more moved up. Plater gets moved up the track. Irate Pluto into second. Elsewhere, LRS is falling further back after helping get that run going. I think we have, safe to say, we have lost our Denny in the draft. Unfortunately for him, it's likely going to be the end of his all-star race. SP is being left out to dry right now. He'll probably find his way back in. LRS is kind of hanging around. Coming to halfway in this race where we'll have 12 laps to go. They will have to pit once they reach around 5 laps to go. Now what I'm thinking is that they might have to, they can either take no tires or they can take rights. I think they're going to take no tires on this next stop. It's just going to be a gas and go. But the main thing is that how are they going to come in together, or are they going to come in different packs? I think if you want a good chance of winning, you all have to come in at the same time. They all pit the same time first time, gentlemen's agreement, but this second time around, who's going to go where? I mean, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see what strategy plays out here. Do people come in at different times than others? Honestly, it doesn't sound like a great idea. You come in with the majority. And if you can't make it longer than everyone else, then it sucks to be you. Now reaching 11 laps to go here in the All-Star event. Top 3 kind of pulled away. 99's backing off, trying to maybe build up a run. The outside lane is starting to form quite well. Has most of the entire field on that outside lane, but it looks like they all kind of back down because they don't have enough momentum. Now it looks like they'll try and pull for it. Here we go. Tomato to the outside. He's got Hack pushing, but no one from the prior pack went with him. That's going to allow Mole to just scythe right on through. He will take back the positions he once lost. Will Hack let in Tomato? No, he will not. Let's see if anyone lets him back in. LRS is actually going to... Nope, never mind. I thought he was going to push him. Plater and LRS going to go by. LRS gets on through. Deport still hanging on somehow. He's wilding out on the outside lane. 10 laps to go here in the All-Star race. Rest in peace to Ardeni, who has to do these last 10 laps on his lonesome. I have been there, my friend. It is pain. It is pain. Whew. Well, they've all seemingly calmed down now. And how about Drake? You know, he started up front in a lot of these stages, and it doesn't really seem like, outside of Las Vegas when he pulled that strategy, he really hasn't been up front all day. And, you know, coming into a super speedway where anyone has a chance of getting it done, Drake is a really great super speedway racer, and this is a great opportunity for Drake to finally nab something this season in the way it's been going for that 12 machine. Same could be said equally for the 99 of Sniper, who's running up front, and he has shown great speed in Las Vegas and Bristol. And the same thing with a lot of the races this season. He does have the speed, but he just, I don't know what it is, man. He just can't get the results. He does not get the results. So, nonetheless, it has been a great night for the 99 machine, and, you know, running inside the top 5 right now with less than 10 to go is a great sight to see for that 99 car. Who else should we give some props to? Props to Kenny. Oh, never mind. Props will have to be on hold as everyone's coming down pit road. Why am I still on Ardeni? Oh my goodness, it looks like a lot of people might have missed it. SP, I think, just hit the inside wall. Wow, I could not get off of Ardeni for some reason. But yeah, it looked like some people might have sped. Crimson Sniper went for the lead. He went for everything with that move. We're going to have to see how that pays off. Who has the leading pit stall? My goodness. Oh, Hack. Okay, Hack's got the leading pit stall. This gives us the best angle, I think. Who is going fuel only, potentially? Looks like for a lot of people. Did anyone speed? The 99, the 99, the 24, and the 12 all speeding on pit road. And my goodness, that is a all-star race over for those 3 drivers. My goodness. Or maybe they have to go with tires. Maybe they were worried about tires going the distance. I don't know. New leader, Flash Champs out front. And maybe that might be it. Maybe they just could not go with their tires. Maybe they just had to... Maybe everyone else is so close on tires that they just couldn't chance it. Had to go forward. I don't know. Or they just sped. Either way. Very unfortunate for those drivers. I think all of them having very rough entries into pit road. So now this leaves a tandem out front, but they are going to soon be swallowed up by this massive pack behind them. It was led by Plater, Kenny, and Hack. Boy, here we go. We're coming to a final total of 7 laps to go. SP out of the draft. That is going to be his all-star race done. Looks like D-Port's out of the draft too. Albeit he does have some help. Notably, LRS, Tomato, and SP. So all 3 of our stage winners outside the leading pack. Oh, we already have stuff going on up here. Clater moves to the outside lane. He had some help, I think, from someone else prior. Maybe Kenny. They made contact, and now Clater's up into the race leader. Our Truck Series Daytona winner, our back-to-back Xfinity Daytona winner, and an Atlanta race winner, which involved a lot of drafting. Our Super Speedway Merchant has come to show his face again. And at probably the highest moment he could have possibly picked it. 6 laps to go now in the All-Star race. And it looks like this is turned into a final 5 drivers for this event. Now, it would be only right to kind of go over these 5. I mean, see how they have fared. Looks like this little group behind isn't going to really do much. They're too far behind and outmanned. So, leading car, Clater. Of this top 5 pack, he's the only driver that has a regular season victory this season. So that can kind of tell you what a all-star race win would mean for a lot of these drivers. Kenny almost went below the yellow line. Maybe got forced down there. All right, Pluto can get passed by Hack. I probably let him go there. But all-star race, and as a rookie, this would be very huge for the 21 machine. Very nice draw in his cap. Flash Chef's trying to make a move, or... No way. A caution? That's not the race. This isn't... the end of the race. I don't know what happened. I refuse to believe that. I don't know where on the track that happened, or if someone got hit down pit road, but somewhere in those closing laps, there was a caution, a reasonable caution flag. And that brings everyone back into the frame. With 5 laps to go. Or maybe this is something that was pre-registered. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about a caution in any of these, so I don't know what it's for. I know that they're all kind of broken up, so I don't know. I don't know, man. They're not going to be pitting. I don't think anyone's pitting this time, so they're all going to be probably skipping to choose. And I don't think anyone's got any reason to pit. But I am very confused as to why there is a caution out. It doesn't look like anyone... Well, when we went through, everyone was spaced out, but not because there was, like, you know, massive crash. Let's see, is anyone coming into pit? One car is in the pit. That is Deeport. Or no, that's Ardeni, excuse me. I think they should be choosing at the line. If I don't know what exactly is that. Or no, actually they're not choosing. They will go single file. Or no, actually they are choosing. Trying to get some background here. But yeah, I guess they are choosing. I guess this is going to be exclusive for this race, as we usually do single file. But no, we're super speedway. It's fine. We've been racing nicely. Or no, actually we are going to go single file. Never mind. They were lining up like it would be double file, but no, it'll be a single file restart, which I'm all for. That's what the new policy stated has us go by. Mask and Storm, what bring out the caution? Just asking to see. Caution was for lag going into pits on the last stop. Huh. Guess that is a reason. So we will now go to, not overtime, but 3 cars got into each other coming into the pits. Great. So, we will go green with 3 laps to go now. 3 laps to decide the All-Star race winner. Is this an invite-only league race? I believe so. Apologize, I don't really look at chat very much because I watch on my phone just to make sure. But you know, if you are interested in racing, then you can go hit up UTLR Storm. I was looking for drivers. Otherwise, yes, this is an invite-only race. Sorry. Well, here we go. They're going to be going at the restart zone. Dr. Clater is your race leader. You will have control here as we get back going. It's crucial everyone else gets going at the same time, and thankfully, everyone else got going at the same time. Green flag, 3 laps to go in the All-Star race. Now, with them lining up single file, this does make it so that they're not going to be having any opportunity to go high already. So they're already all in the line. They're going to have to make that move already. And somehow Ardeni got hit, and he's going to lose the draft again, I think. Unfortunate for him. Dr. Clater still remains the leader. Back in the pack. Back in the pack. Irate Pluto tried to work the outside. That did not work. As you see, Tomato is opening up a gap. He's going to be trying to make a run with Hack. Oh, Hack backed off too much, and that almost compromised the run. Here comes the outside lane. Everyone trying to get this working, but no one seemingly wants to go. 2 laps to go now here in the All-Star race. Dr. Clater being pushed by Flash Champs and Kenny. Hack tried to look outside, nothing was there. Tomato is going to be leading this next charge from the outside lane, but he's got no help behind him. Hack goes with him, but Tomato says, no, you're not halting our efforts this time. He goes high. Where does everyone else go? Here comes D-Port, LRS, and Drake coming to assist them, but they've got no momentum. They're going to fall back. That's going to allow Mole to go to the inside. Everyone else is going to be filing on through. As the race off of turn number 4, Dr. Clater, the rookie, who was racing in from the open, is going to be leading us to the white flag. Last lap here in the All-Star race. It's going to be a matter of what they can do in the back to try and make up a run. Flash Champs is not pulling away to try and build up a run. Kenny tries to run up high. I think he got forced by Hack. Here they come off of turn number 2. This is where most of the runs are going to be made. SP's getting forced to the inside. Here comes Tomato. I don't know where Tomato came from, but he's going to go to the inside of Hack. To third goes the 17. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Big run's going to be set up here from the 17. Here we go, off of turn number 4. When will he make his move? Here he goes, he pulls high. Dr. Clater, he's not going to get there in time. They're going to be side by side for the race lead. Tomato's going to clear the 21 as they come to the tri-oval. Side by side line, give it to Tomato. He wins the All-Star race. Dr. Clater is going to be wondering what he could have done differently if he had chosen to go and defend that. You probably did not see that run coming from the 17, as Tomato, our All-Star Open winner, goes on and wins the main event. Kenny, with a great second place finish, pushes him to it. And how about D-Port coming from all the way in the back to get a very nice P3 for himself. Credits to SP for the race fastest lap. And now this will be the second time I invite Tomato in to a interview. Well, hello, Mr. Tomato. It's going. It's going. Hello, gentlemen. You will all please include your audio. That would be very much appreciated. Oh, okay. Well, then you don't get to get interviewed. I'm sorry.
Hey, Mater.
Get out.
What's up?
Not bad for a guy that can't really drive that well, huh?
Nah, you got my respect now, Kenny. You got it now.
I
really
could have left
don't.
and say that, but I didn't.
Kenny,
You could've,
I do want to
could've.
say though,
Oh,
SP
you
was
could've.
on your inside there. Just want to let
Oh,
you know.
I know, but I know he was.
Oh.
I was trying to shut the door quick, and he was more there than I thought he was.
He was a quarter of a car ahead of you.
No, he was behind. He was behind in my book.
Oh my goodness.
How's
Well, I
that
mean, I
head
got
behind in your book?
I got forced out of line, so I was forcing myself back in line.
All right. I need to get these interviews done so I can meet my quota and go eat dinner.
No.
So. All right, then you don't get interviewed then. All right,
No,
second
no,
place.
won't get interviewed.
No! You're making...
No!
All right, I'm kicking him. Eddie's not getting interviewed.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Eddie's not getting interviewed. No interviews for Eddie tonight. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna have to get him back in here. He's not gonna be too happy that I just booted him though. Are you ready? Are you ready to calm down now? Are you ready to calm down now so I can do my job? Let me do my job! Alright. In third place tonight, we have D-Port Eddie. D-Port. Is your audio included now?
I wish it wasn't.
I didn't hear that. Is it
I
in?
wish it was, but I wish it wasn't, but yes.
Alright. Well, Mr. D-Port Eddie, you had a great night. You had a very consistent night, and in the end, you're able to work your way up to the front of the pack through that outside lane and get yourself a very respectable P3. How does that feel?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty fun. I thought we were going to get some other drafts going there at the end. I I know some of us are trying to plan on going 4 wide there. We tried to, but didn't really make it. So at least we made 3.
And you were one of a few people, or actually one of only 4 people that raced their way in through the open, actually getting that last transfer spot. And well, seeing as though you came from the open, finished 3rd here, how would you feel like you would grade your performance here tonight in the All-Star event?
Ups and downs. I mean, yes, I was consistent there. Glen, I was probably consistent. Vegas, I was mostly there. I had a little insight with Crimson, but I was mostly up there. Bristol, it's Bristol. I'm not really good there. I'm all right there, but I knew Talladega coming in here. I knew I was going to have some help, which I did. He had fun all night. I was staying consistent, and that's pretty much what you have to do with this league. If you stay consistent, your time's going to shine. As long as tomato and mole's not in there, then we're fine. But
Too fast, man.
yeah. But yeah.
Well, last question to end off the night. Did you have fun?
What's the definition of fun?
Did you enjoy your time on the track tonight?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. The open was probably a little bit more stressful because I knew going in there with votes I didn't have enough. I didn't have the most votes, but I knew I had one of the top ones. So my goal was either trying to get into the transfer or make sure that Flash was in the transfer, and I would have got it.
Well, man, you did a great job tonight. Regardless, you have everything to feel proud of. Congratulations to you on your 3rd place finish here in the All-Star event.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, son. All right. Moving on to our 2nd place finisher here of Kenny. Kenny, you got a copy?
10-4, good buddy.
Well, dude, it was a fantastic finish for the All-Star race for you, man. Almost had a chance to win it, but you were able to push Tomato to the victory there. Talk me through your All-Star race.
Much like Eddie, it felt like it had more downs than ups though, but we qualified 3rd tonight, started 3rd and at Watkins Glen and kind of ran mid-pack, kind of sucked it up at Vegas and Bristol, but we had a good run towards the end of the race at Dega, and it was just all about being patient and picking and choosing your battles, and I'll go ahead and eat a little cake. I may have accidentally hip checked a buddy out of the way on the last lap. SP, if you're listening, buddy, I apologize for that, but hey, it's the All-Star race, man. Sometimes you can get away with some stuff like that, but I had a lot of fun. It was really fun, and it was a lot of fun.
I was hearing when you joined the party some driving allegations that you are can't drive from Mr. Tomato. Are these claims based? Like, do they have traction, or do you think that you have silenced that?
I think I've controlled the flames for now. They're not out for Shay, because I will admit I'm not the best out there, but when it comes to these super speedways, I always find myself pushing somebody to win, and Mater's a good driver. I got a lot of respect for him, even though we bump heads sometimes, but you know what, hey, there's a reason he's top 3 in points, and he's winning a lot of races this season, so he's a hell of a driver, and he can be a pain in the ass, but you know what? That just comes with being the best, I guess.
Well, Mr. Kenny, I can tell you that you can, in fact, drive. You are a great driver.
I appreciate that.
You need to hear that. So, congratulations to you on your 2nd place finish here in the All-Star race, man. A fantastic result.
Oh, for sure. Thanks for everything you do, bud. We appreciate you streaming, and you do a great job.
I appreciate the very kind words. Thank you. Now we will move on to our All-Star event winner, Mr. Tomato. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, if it was about 2 hours ago that I was interviewing you for your open victory. I asked, do you think you got a chance of winning that? Well, here we are in the winner's circle. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. Second All-Star win my career. Um, but yeah, once when you were interviewing me after the Charlotte Roll race, I did not think I was going to be back in here again, especially considering that we were at Dega with 13 guys with this car and how much draft it pulls off, and I did not think I was going to be being interviewed, especially being the winner.
Especially being the winner.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I didn't, much
Okay.
less being the winner, if that
Yeah.
makes sound any.
I got confused. It's been a very long night. I'm on my last brain cells right now. I'm not even, I can't drink, man. I'm tripping over my words. Stop antagonizing me. Alright. Well, Tomato, obviously this is a great achievement for you. You were consistent all night and then able to wrap it up. Going forward, how do you think this All-Star victory is going to tell for the next half of this regular season?
I think it's a good show of good sign of what is to come. Especially this is a good morale booster. And yeah, I mean, genuinely just overall stoked that I got to be able to participate. Especially after leaving halfway through the season last year. And yeah, I'm just overall stoked that I got to race here and especially get the win.
Well, man, the floor is yours. You want to close it out? You want to shout out anyone? Say thank you to whoever you wish.
I
The floor
would.
is yours to do so, man.
I would like to thank Kenny, and I would also like to take back everything I've ever said about him. We you right. No, you okay. No, I would also like to thank.
No,
alright.
no, it's too late.
No, no, but
No.
go ahead. Finish
No,
saying what
me
you're
and-
saying. I want.
Me and Kenny, we do get into it more times than I would rather have, but I mean, you know, we've yeah, like he said, you know, we banged heads. I did say that he was a bad driver, and I do take that back. And him pushing me tonight, I mean, even though, you know, it's just an all-star race, no points are on the line, but he could have just stayed to the bottom there and took his third place finish and got another bet in here, even without pushing me. So I mean, huge respect now for him. He will forever have my respect, and I am in his debt for him pushing me tonight.
Just saying,
Aw.
we go to Dega again later this season, so
Yep, I will remember this moment.
That's a very touching message, Tomato.
don't expect a hug or nothing.
Well, nonetheless, man, you are our all-star, Tomato. Congratulations for your second career victory here in the event.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that'll do it for us here from UTLR. Tune in tomorrow as our Xfinity Series drivers take over, and they will be racing at, oh man, Charlotte. Thank you. At the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Charlotte always puts on great racing. It's going to be a fantastic night. Great field, great talent. It's going to be awesome. So tune in 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that, and tune in next week, same time as always, for our Cup Series, which will be at Gateway. I believe, correct?
Yeah, Gateway
Yes.
next week.
Unfortunately.
Oh, and
Got that.
breaking news: UTLR Kenny to sub for the 10 for the next 2 weeks in the Xfinity Series.
Kenny is in the Xfinity Series. Oh my goodness. Got to be exciting when he's on the track, or when you're on the track.
Yep, filling in for Wormy. So it'll be fun.
Well, that'll do it for us here. Thank you so much for tuning into this live broadcast. This has been INF signing off. Thank you so much for tuning into this live broadcast. And as always, my friends, take it easy.